Okay, welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, today I am going to come over where Lee dropped the trees and start trying to rake the ground up. There are things like this that have little thorns. Just pulled it out of my boot. And so they're not deep enough to hurt my feet, but they are deep enough to stick to the boot, and I travel along with sticks coming out my boot. Anyway, I need to clean up this area and get all the thorns and heavy grass and whatever, and then go dump it in the mulch pit over there and get it all cleaned up and ready to put in our orchard. This is a really nice space. It surprises me because it didn't look this nice and this big over here until we got everything down. There are some trees still that need to be pruned up, cut up, and then put on a burn pile, and so we're going to need to do that too. But I'm super stoked that we got an area to put our trees and have a really nice orchard over on this side of the yard. So I better go get me a wheelbarrow, and then we're going to get busy. That's nice soil right there. I put wood ash on top of it because wood ash is supposed to be good for the ground, and those coals were still hot when I took that first shovel. Whew, heat just rising from that burn pile. Anyway, I just kind of sprinkled it on there, and yeah, some coals got on there too, so I just wetted it down because you know, to help it burn out. It might not look like I'm raking up very much, but these thorns, these little twigs, I'm raking those up, and we're going to have a lot over in this section here, not because we dropped the trees, but because we've been pulling from that big mess of branches. If you've watched Lee burn, he's been pulling from over there. A lot of thorns in there, and as he carries it over, he drops things, and so lots of thorns over in this area, but we're primarily working in this area out here, and so and over that direction. He hasn't gotten all the branches out, but he did a good job raking and cleaning up over in this area, so I'm only getting a few, but I don't want any. I don't want to step on them. Someday, my hope is someday we'll actually be able to walk barefoot in our yard. Even after raking, I walk by and I see thorns. Here's one with the big one, and here's one with little ones. So they're just going to take a long time. Anyway, I've rested up. It's time to go over there to the worst part, but not where the tree is, but where he dropped the last trees. It's still a lot of grassiness and stuff over there. I'm not going to attack that ant pile just yet. Let's get back to raking. Well, Lee's back from town. He stopped at the Dollar General, got me some ice cream, so I'm going to take an ice cream break, and I'll be back.
All right, all the framing is done. It's all tightened down to the 4x4s. It's squared up. It's paralleled up. Everything's the way it should be. But there's one thing we decided we were going to do with this particular building because it sits so high, and that is to we're going to sink a couple of posts in the ground and attach those posts to the inner framework to make sure that this building doesn't shift or move anywhere. We do get high winds, and this one's going to be up a little high. So we thought we didn't think about doing that earlier with the other buildings, but we, after a lot of discussion and watching some other videos, other people building buildings out in the country, that kind of stuff, just seemed like a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to punch 4 holes, put 4 posts in the ground, and attach them to the framework before we put the flooring in. That's the plan. Okay, that takes care of that. It's not going anywhere. Hopefully it's still square and true. Should be. I don't think I moved it much, if at all. Maybe a little there. Well, it looks pretty good.
Once I get that cluster of trees that is laying down there, I don't know if it's in the viewfinder or not, but once I get that, there might be more trees underneath it because of the big clusters that were there. And then the big trunk that's laying there, there was all kinds of little trees around it. So once I get it cleaned up and raked, I'll probably have to add some more Torgon. Lee got a lot of them, and I got a lot more, but I know there's a lot more in there.
Okay, camera doesn't show it, but it's too dark to hammer and nail. I can't see the nails. I can't see that well anyway, and then with it getting dark, it's hard to hit the nail.
Okay, I have to dump that wheelbarrow, pick up my tools, and then I'm done for the day. Sun's setting, and I need to go make dinner. And also, this is not even close to being done. We got that big bushel of trees over there. So I think I'm gonna have to have Lee come help me, because we got to get those trees planted in our orchard. And so I think he's going to be working all day tomorrow because he got scheduled. So I'll be on my own actually cleaning that tree up. But we have got to get those little trees in there. We got them down in the cellar, but it's dark in the cellar, and I'm not sure if we're supposed to be storing them in the dark. In the cool, yes, but in the dark, I don't think so. I don't know. And so I don't want them to die in there, because we paid a lot of money for those trays. Anyway, I'm going to do all the rest of this little stuff off camera, but I sure am glad that you were watching today and that you follow us along. You be sure to like and share and press that notification bell. Subscribe if you have not, and leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.